What's that?
Shall we check on the soup?
Yes.
Oh, that looks good. This is done.
That's about 15 minutes later. Now you're not, how do you know it's done all the way? Come on.
I'm checking on the zucchinis.
Yeah.
I got one zucchini and with the edge, I tapped it and it broke in two, so it's done.
Oh, okay.
So now I'm going to shut it off.
Well, what about the carrots? Don't you want to check the carrots? Or you figured once the zucchini's done, the carrots got to be done, the potatoes, because you did that first.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is going to go in next. This is going to wilt down.
Wow.
It looks like a lot, but it's...
Yeah.
Just push it in.
The key is not to fill your pot so much that when you put that in, the water's going to overflow it.
Yeah. Shut it off.
Now you're going to shut it off, right?
Yep.
You had it on high before. You're going to shut it off all the way, and you're going to leave the lid on this time.
Yes.
And now how long are you going to let that kind of steam and stew in there?
It's ready to go now. Because we could eat it now if we wanted to.
Really?
Yes, because upon contact, the kale already softened up.
Well, the kale's soft enough now to eat because you pulled all those stalks off.
Yes, those stalks would be, it would take longer for that.
Yeah.
But this is just a leaf. It's pretty much
Okay.
ready to go. It's good. Oh, that's good.
Ooh.
That's good.
All right, so that's it.
It's going to feed a lot of people. Very economical to make.
And so during the week, how many times can you heat it up and then cool it, heat it, cool it? How are you gonna do this later on? Like after the first time that you eat, the next time you're gonna put it in a bowl and microwave it, or what?
That's exactly what I do. I'll put this in a container and then have a ladle at work and I put it on the plates, microwave that.
And then how long would you microwave it, let's say?
In the microwave we have at work, it takes 2.5 minutes.
Okay, but I mean,
But it's one of those high-speed.
what, something like this type of microwave, because yours at work is different than this,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So,
Ours is very fast. It's half the time that it says anything we heat, we cut that in half because it's high voltage.
oh, okay. So that could be trial and error for anybody's microwave at their house, but you'd start at like maybe 2 minutes to heat up one bowl of soup, let's say later on.
Yeah.
During the week, you got a third of this left. You're not going to reheat the entire thing just to have one thing of soup,
Right.
one bowl of soup, and then do the same thing next time, because then that's going to mush up all your vegetables, right?
Yeah. It's a bowl at a time.
Bowl at a time
Bowl
after
at a
your
time.
initial time, because you're just going to have soup out of this when it gets done. Because like you say, you can eat this soup right now for dinner, okay? Or snack later on, whatever.
It makes for a good snack too because it's very light. It doesn't weigh you down, and it's good for you. Everything that's in there it's good.
Okay.
Vegetables.
Okay.
So you
Wow.
want to try a bowl?
Huh?
You want to try a bowl?
I don't know. I don't think I'm hungry enough yet.
Well, let's see what it looks like in a bowl.
Let's see what it looks like in a bowl. You're gonna have some, I guess, huh? I just ate a little while ago. I'm not hungry yet.
Oh, you had the big burrito.
Even for soup. Even
Yeah,
though
you know what?
soup is good for you, I think I'm gonna need to wait a while for some soup.
That's because you ate that big giant burrito.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I told you, don't get full.
Okay, that soup looks actually pretty yummy.
Look how pretty the kale got.
And that's it. That's what most of your soups are going to look like. Just like this.
A little bit of everything. I'm going to dig down because I want some of those lentils that are down there.
Dig deep. And that's it. There's your vegetarian vegetable soup.
With jalapenos.
Nice.
It's really good.
Boy, that soup looks pretty good.
It's really hot. There's the tomatoes, kale, potatoes, zucchini, cauliflower, the broccoli, slaw that we put in there. jalapenos, lentils, rice. So it's pretty loaded.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's good. Spicy too. Zucchinis. Are you sure you don't want a bowl?
I'm sure.
It's really very good.
Okay. Hey, thanks for showing me how to make a killer vegetarian vegetable soup.
Spicy soup. You're welcome.
Hey, now speaking of that, what could you do to make this soup? When you finish the soup, can you put anything in it now, like some grated cheese or Parmesan cheese, sour cream, fat-free sour cream, stuff like that? What would you do?
Anything from salsa. I like the cheese idea. However, if I did that, I would use more less juice. I would get a ladle or a slotted spoon and dish out just the vegetables, and I've done that.
Oh, okay.
Cheese on top. It's really good, but yeah, right now I just added a minty chutney that my Indian friend gave me. Just a little bit. Makes it mintier.
Oh wait, what did you put in there? Some chutney. You called it chutney.
I
What?
call it chutney, yeah.
Show me what that was. A friend of yours made that, and you swear by this.
I don't know how she made it. It has garlic, mint, and habanero.
And she just mixed it all up. Was she an Indian
She's it has
girl
an
or something?
An Indian spice. Yeah, she's from India.
Okay. And so you put that on all kinds of different stuff, huh?
I do. It's very tasty. It's minty and it's spicy because it has habanero in there.
Right.
So I said my soup wasn't spicy enough. I did add this to it.
So you just put a little bit of that in there, huh?
I did.
Okay.
This is also very good with Tabasco or the bottom's sauce. It's really good too.
All right.
You can put anything. I mean, your soups can be as unique as you want it to be.
Bottoms up.
It's good. What are you doing?
Now, as you're chowing down on that soup, you're sniffling a little bit.
I am.
You are because
I told you, it's good for the
it's that hot, but you don't really care about that, do you? You just eat it anyways. Even you, who's been eating this type of soup for 4 years, you get the sniffles when you eat this, and that's how hot it is. But you like it like that.
Very much so. It's good for the sinuses. And if you notice, I hardly ever get sick. There we go. Only you would notice that.
Okay, well, I don't want to scare anybody out there for making it too hot. You know what I mean? You've given us tips along the way to make it so it's not as hot if somebody didn't want it that hot. So thanks for that.
Or you don't even have to add it to it. If
Right.
You don't want it.
Yeah, you can bypass the jalapenos altogether and make the vegetable soup without all that. And it won't be as hot.
You too.
Okay. Out.
Bye.
That's it. Clean up your mess before you leave. Hey, I got a question for you concerning the soup.
Okay.
Now this soup has some juice in it, and I'm gonna guess that before you eat all of this soup, you're not gonna have enough juice here.
True.
Okay, so what are you going to do for more juice? Because if it was me, you know what I would do? I'm not a cook, mind you. I would just pour some water in there and be done with it, and then mix it up and heat it. And you're saying no. Now, can you tell me why you would not recommend that?
Because it would make the soup bland. We
Ma-
seasoned it to taste according to the amount of water that we have. But if you put more water, you need to put more seasoning too in that case.
Okay.
But not just water alone.
So what are you going to put in it? What would you recommend putting in the soup at this point? Or let's say after you get done with using 1/3 of the soup in that pot. You need some more juice. What are you going to do?
One of two things. I would buy a box of the broth that is already commercially sold.
Broth. What kind of broth? Like
Chicken
chicken broth or
Or vegetable broth.
vegetable broth. Okay, and just pour that straight in there and mix that into the soup.
Yes. And option number 2 would be to get some water, throw in 2 cubes of the bouillon, and season that. Put some of that herb and garlic, salt-free seasoning that your mom has, salt, pepper, whatever you need, and then put that in the soup.
Okay, put that back in the soup.
Yeah, but not plain water.
Okay, no plain water. No, Joe. Ain't gonna happen, is it?
No.
All right.
No. But I do want my soup, though, the way it is, because I want to eat it more like a stew.
Oh, okay, because you can eat it just like a stew, huh? After the
Yeah.
juice runs out.
Yeah,
And you like to do it that way too, huh?
I do.
Okay.
And what I've done, too, is I'll cook either pasta or rice and then have that on the side.
Oh, okay, just like vegetables or something.
That's
Or-
all it is.
Or you could mix that up with some spaghetti, if you wanted, just to make it a...
We'll put some little cheese on top of there and more jalapeno.
Yeah, or you could make some rice or
Yes.
quinoa, and after you get done with eating half that soup, you can pour the vegetables right over your quinoa or your rice, couldn't you?
You certainly can.
Okay.
What I've done, too, is I've gotten a tortilla,
Mm-hmm.
and I heat the vegetables with none of the juice, put that in there, a little cheese, and make a burrito.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It goes a long way. You can do a lot of stuff with the
Wow.
vegetables.
Or you could put some beans in there with your burrito if you want, or just the vegetables or rice,
Salsa.
all kinds of stuff.
Cheese.
All right.
Yeah. Don't
Okay.
throw any of it away.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for all of your tips.
You're welcome.
We'll have to do this again. You can show me what you cook next time. What do you think?
We'll make tortillas next time.
Ooh, tortillas.
Flour tortillas. Homemade flour tortillas.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
All right. Good job on the soup.